Hey, what's up? Nick from BioGear. Thank you for tuning into another video. In this video, I'm going to try and answer the question of which one of these three bags from Tumi's Alpha Bravo lineup should I consider purchasing, being the Navigation, the Search, and the Nomadic. So let's see if I can help you answer that question. Alright, so I'm going to try and get right to the point for those that don't want to have a long video, because every time I film this video, it ends up turning out well over 10 minutes. If you're looking between these three bags, they have a lot more similarities than they do differences, because all three of these share very similar DNA from Tumi's Alpha Bravo line, and they all have the ability to carry a fundamental kit such as a laptop, a tablet, glasses, water bottle, and clothing across the entire lineup. They're all very good bags. They all have their own dedicated laptop compartments and tablet sleeves, as well as rubber-lined pockets on the sides that can carry a full-size, 16.9 ounce water bottle, no problem. So there are a lot less differences between them than there are similarities in that regard. The main difference between the three is going to be size. So if you want thinnest, lightest possible bag, the Navigation here just barely edges out the competition. It is thinner, so it stays lighter or stays tighter on your back than the other two in this area. This bag is non-adjustable in size, whereas these two have expansions. So this bag is a happy medium. It has good pocketing, and I'll get into that later. And then lastly, the Nomadic here is the largest with the most pockets. So even though they're not that much bigger overall in the grand scheme of things, this bag will take up more space on your back. It will take up a little more space underneath the seat in front of you on the airplane. Granted, all three of them fit very comfortably under an airplane seat, so that's also not a concern. And then this one's just kind of a good happy medium with some interesting options to it. So the bottom line is that this bag ends up being my favorite because it's small, it is expandable, and does sit the tightest on my back, which I prefer when traveling or going on a cruise ship, going on anywhere. I tend to take this bag with me. This bag does hold the most stuff, which I use a lot on the weekends when going to card shops. This bag's really good for the office, and I think between office, travel, and a good daily bag that's a good medium size, this bag is really tough to beat. So with that quick summary out of the way, let's try and get into why I pick what I pick and would pick again if I can only pick one bag, being this one. So the Tumi Navigation here, like I did on the full review, it is expandable along the back. So you can take this one special zipper on this bag, you can zip it all the way around, and you get at least another inch of depth of space in this bag. So whereas it wouldn't carry a whole lot in the main compartment versus the other two, once you unzip it and get it all expanded out, it does hold a lot more, so it does narrow that gap between what the three of the bags are capable of carrying on a load. Granted, the main load's still the same. They can all fit a MacBook Pro 16, a 13-inch iPad Pro, no problem at all. But this bag being tighter and thinner is just kind of a winner to me, because when I'm traveling, going through an airport, at a destination, I prefer the thinnest and lightest bag that I can get that can still carry the stuff to and from my destination. You know, if I have the ability to unload in a cabin on a boat, that's awesome. We do take cruises generally every year, so this bag has been to Alaska with me twice, and I thoroughly enjoy taking it. Even though I really consider taking these two bags, I do like having the thinness of this bag. If that doesn't matter as much to you, like you don't spend a whole lot of time on a crowded train or something, these bags are fantastic because they have more pockets, easier access into some of these pockets as well. And it just makes traveling and carrying stuff a breeze to have both of these bags, especially if you're carrying camera gear, you're carrying more clothing, so on and so forth. The large interior space of these two main compartments is very nice to have. So with the small guy out of the way, let's take a look at these two and see if one of these two is better than the other in terms of why you should pick one or the other. And to do that, I'm gonna have to blow them open a little bit so I can explain some of the pocket situation. Alright, so the Nomadic tends to have what is a little more preferred, and this is just preference, but I like the laptop compartment being a short zipper and just reaching in and pulling my laptop in and out. Your tablet sleeve is in here as well, so your MacBook Pro 16 and iPad Pro 11 can fit in here fine. I'm just using those devices for example, they fit. But those fit in here just fine. The main compartment on this bag does also have two extra pockets on the inside, whereas this one does not. But this one does have this front pocket kind of taking space too. So I like this because I like to throw stuff up here that's a little more easily accessible from the outside. And I don't tend to stack all my stuff from the bottom up in my bag. I tend to put stuff in there that I don't want stacked, so putting something else up here separated is a lovely feature to me. This bag I tend to use a lot because these two side pockets. I use like desk mats that I use for my laptop, and I also use play mats for when I play my card games. Those can roll up and fit in these side pockets great, and that's preferable to me. But otherwise, side pockets on these bags are identical. The front pocket, this one has an unfavorable way of opening in that it's a very short throw zipper, and you gotta kind of squinch it out of the way so you can get into it. This bag has a much more ideal front pocket in that it zips with two zippers, very low to the sides, and accordions out. So very easy to pack into the front pocket of this bag. Main compartment, a little less entryway, still plenty of room to get in here and load, but it doesn't have quite as much space as this bag does. The Nomadic does have more ground space and vertical space than this bag does, the Search. It does have this nice accordion and foamed laptop compartment here in the back. It does have the same tablet pocket as the other two, but it also has this third non-foamed but extra divider here too, so documents can go in here no problem, which is these two don't have a proper place for it. You can even put an extra laptop in here too. It can fit a 13-inch laptop no problem. So there's a little different in capability here and what you can carry. Now I guess the question remains then, is there a good reason to pick one over the other? I think if you're carrying more clothing or larger items, this bag's gonna win. If you just kind of want to keep a good medium between those other two bags, this one's probably gonna win, as well as, do you actually need to carry a second laptop? I'd probably take a Search over something like that if you're a tech head and you have to carry even like an external monitor. I think this one can fit up to a 16-inch external monitor inside of it. Please use a sleeve, but you can do it. This one as well in the main compartment, but a little more awkward, just kind of depends on your loadout. So yeah, hopefully this did make the decision-making process a little easier for you. They're all great bags, and like I said, there's more similarities than differences between them. It may just come down to what fabric options you want that are available at the time. This being dynamic stitch, this being chalk, they're both discontinued, so sorry about that. But yeah, there's always good rotating options that come out for the bag. So me personally, I use this bag almost every weekend. I use the navigation all the time. And the Search, I just kind of use whenever I feel like it because I love bags and I like switching out a lot. But yeah, they're all great bags. And if you have any more questions other than that, please leave them in the comment section down below. If your next question is where do I get all these zipper pulls and the customizations to these bags, such as like this purple kit for this bag, they're not available from Tumi anymore, unfortunately. Tumi does still have like blue, red, and brown as of making this video, and orange. But some of these older, like the white kit and the purple kit, you just can't get them from Tumi anymore. So I'll link some of the zipper pulls that I can still get in the comment sections down below, and hopefully one day I'll be able to open my own online store and just sell my own accessories, and since Tumi won't do it. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Thank you guys for tuning in for another video. Have a good one.